Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. And we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And the internet strikes again. But before we get into today's video, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, as y'all know, all hell broke loose on Sunday when the story broke via Front Office Sports of a 42-page lawsuit that was filed against FS1. And named key players like big names, big wigs like Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor, Charlie Dixon, and and just went into some really crazy details. And one of the details surrounding that lawsuit was that allegedly Skip Bayless offered this hairstylist Faraji $1.5 million. You heard that correctly. $1.5 million to sleep with him. The lawsuit also alleged that Skip Bayless had some jealous tirade and against her as it related to Shannon Sharpe. He felt like she was sleeping with Shannon Sharpe, so why wouldn't he sleep with her? He was touching her inappropriately and all of these things, according to the lawsuit, right? So that was said. Everybody came out and reacted to it and all of those different things. But one of the people we did not hear from in the midst of all of this is Skip Bayless himself, right? We didn't hear from Skip Bayless. We just got to sit back here and speculate, and boy, that's what the internet did. So what happened? About 30 minutes or so ago, we were actually done shooting for the day. Then Mitch sends me over a video. He's like, oh, by the way, Skip finally made a public appearance after these crazy allegations that were made in the lawsuit. I'm like, he's like, people are killing him in the comment section. I'm like, what? So I go over to the video to see what exactly took place. Now, you guys know on the Skip Bayless show that he has on YouTube, periodically, he brings on his wife to do a show and his dog, I think Maltese, or I think that's the name of the dog, whatever. So they do these shows, right? But this particular show drew a lot of interest because of the allegations that just came out. So I went to watch the show. And as I was watching the show, he didn't mention anything about what was being said in the news. And then I went to the comment section. And boy, oh boy, people were absolutely leaning into Skip Bayless. But before we even get into what Skip Bayless had to say and what some of these people had to say in the comments, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. With the year almost over, I am super excited about creating memories with family and friends by attending various plays, theater shows, and sporting events. And when it comes time to look for tickets, Game Time is my go-to. Game Time is one of the most reliable marketplaces for last-minute tickets to the most popular events in sports, music, and theater in more than 60 cities across the United States and Canada. Game Time saves me money, time, and stress. It finds the best deals and guarantees that the tickets are legit, and it makes sure that the tickets are delivered to me on time. Game Time Picks is my favorite tool. It cuts through the fluff and shows you the best deals on great seats near you so you don't waste time searching. For example, I'm really looking forward to this upcoming game between the Lakers and the Clippers. Here's what I like to do. First, I select an all-in price to see the total ticket price up front, so I'm not surprised by the additional fees at checkout. Next, I click on Game Time Picks to check out their curated deals. And finally, I pick the ticket I want. I choose the cheapest deal, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is we want to play a little bit of what Skip Bayless and his wife had to say to each other at the beginning of the show, and then want to come back and react to some of these comments from people online. Take a listen to what Skip Bayless and his wife had to say here.
Welcome to Skip versus Ernestine. This is round 6. Welcome to the hottest new show going right now. We do fight, we make up, we do somehow love each other.
We do.
I think more than ever.
Could be.
And now we bring all of the above out here on camera for all the world to see with our 8-year-old Maltese Hazel refereeing. Mm-hmm. And by the way, Hazel was such a trooper, the warrior Princess Hazel.
Weekend.
Over the weekend, all day Sunday, she sat at my feet in our
Yes,
bed
I
watching
know.
football. We watched Cowboys Commanders. We watched Aaron Rodgers, I believe, last game with the Jets.
Yeah.
Then we watched the game of the year on Sunday night as the Lions steamrolled the Vikings, and she stayed right with
Poor
me start
Hazel.
to finish.
Poor
Poor Hazel. She is my good luck charm, as we're about to get into.
Until your game loses, and then she's not good luck.
We'll do that in just a second. And by the way, we will get to your questions and comments in just a few minutes. This week we had so many great ones. We actually got into an argument trying to pick the best of the great ones.
We did. That is true.
But we begin today with Ernestine's favorite rip skip topic, which she started to go down the road already.
Yeah.
That's my game watching jinxes.
Jinxes. I did an entire chapter in my book, Bowls, How to Keep Your Relationship Alive When You Live with a Sports with That Guy, on jinxes. He has 1,000 jinxes.
So you heard what Skip and his wife had to say. Let me read some of the comments. Okay, because that's when things just got pretty crazy. Let me read some of the comments. One person said, "My guy has his dog and his wife by his side. I'm surprised he isn't holding a Bible." Another person said, "The $1.5 million man." Another person said, "Skip, I heard you told Joy to put her glasses back on." Another person said, "Skip looks defeated without his hairdresser." One other person said, "Tell me you got caught cheating without telling me you got caught cheating." Another person said, "Skip is just trolling now." Another guy said, "Skip, did you pay her $1.5 million to come on your show?" Another person said, "Skip, Bayless, and joy to the world." Another person said, $1.5 million for, and she still said no. Another person said, "Did y'all fight about you cheating?" And the comments just kept on going on and 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 on. What are my thoughts about this? This is the world we live in. No one should be surprised about this. As a matter of fact, this should be expected. This should be expected. I'm not surprised about it. People are going to poke fun if they can. Hell, they've been doing it since the Diddy situation. They did it to the Jays. It just happened. This is what happens. When a public figure gets accused of something, even though it's not been proven or whatever it is, this is usually the response. This is the name of the game. And this is the reason why I'm still pissed off that Stephen A. Smith went out there and put on his cape to try to save Joy Taylor, talking about the things that people are saying. Why don't you do a show about some of the stuff some of the things that people are saying about Skip Bayless? Like, let's just stop the nonsense, all right? Like, enough is enough with it. But do these comments surprise me? No, I think it's going to continue like this. Knowing Skip Bayless the way I do from afar, I don't think he's going to respond to any of it unless it reaches like a fever pitch. But I don't think he's going to respond to any of it. I think this message is just him showing, hey, number one, I'm going on my life. Number two, my wife still supports me. And hey, for his wife to still be there supporting him, standing by his side, that's a thing to be admired, because regardless of whether or not it's true, it's still good to see that she's showing him support publicly. Obviously, they probably would have dealt with this situation internally, but that's for them as a couple to deal with. I don't think anybody should be saying, "Oh, the wife is still there, the wife should go," because people will do that. People certainly did that when that Jay-Z allegation came out. "Oh, Beyonce should divorce her husband." Like, what? You go sit down and try to figure out your marriage instead of telling people what they need to do with their marriage. Beyonce needs to divorce him. Just leave him right now. Leave him right now. Woman married with multiple kids to this guy, been with the guy for how many long? And she should just stand up and divorce him because you sat down somewhere and felt like, "Oh, well, you need to divorce him." Like, so to me, man, I'm not going to get into any of that personal stuff. You notice I didn't make any jokes about it to that extent. I'm just reporting on what the case said, and I always use the term allegedly because all of this is still alleged. We have to wait and see what the facts are when they come out eventually. But hey, we just thought that this would be pretty interesting to share with the audience and give you guys just a insight of some of the things that people are saying to Skip Bayless on the internet. So the question I have for you guys is simply this. What are your thoughts on the reaction that Skip Bayless is getting? Are you with it or you're against it? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.